I know you ain't laughing.
I laugh. Let me tell the people. Let me tell the family. Good afternoon.
Oh, it is so hot in here, Mickey. I just can't take it.
Good evening.
Huh? It's hot.
Oh, shoot. Live now.
Oh, Ari, look, I gotta get over there. Hold on, I gotta get over there. Too much going on in the world for me today. We need prayer for the whole city of Flint right now. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't share it. So how can I get people to Mickey put it in? Mickey put it in the groups. We give people a chance to come on here, and then I'm gonna send it out in Messenger. I can do it that way.
I'm trying to get
I'm gonna send it out in Messenger.
to it.
You said, what? They
Here
can't put
we
me.
go. I'm sharing it to my page.
They can't put me in Messenger, Jill. Hey, see if you can put it. You know how to share it to
Hold on, I
somebody's
got to see if
feed,
it go to you there
Nicole.
too.
You know how to share it to somebody's page feed. Like,
It's on mine.
no, but I can't. You know, I'm in share jail, so I can't share from your page. But I'm wondering if somebody can share it to my feed. You know, like it's a choices up there. They say, you had to agree to it. But I can't automatically go to you. I can post it to you. Yeah, but share it to my and I will. And I'm seeing if I can get it on that way. I was thinking about that last night because I'm like, how am I gonna get my show out? I couldn't figure it out yesterday, so I just said, I'm just probably be back in jail because I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to share. But it made the week be more interesting. We're just gonna give a couple more minutes here for people to tune in because I got to share the odd way here. You know, the old version of Facebook sharing is how I got to share right now. Mickey, I didn't mean to share it to you.
I should have sent it right back to you.
You sent it back to me.
Better believe it, Jack. Oh, here we go. I got it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing now.
Did y'all share it to my news feed?
I don't know how you do that there.
Go up there to the top of your Facebook thing and share it to a friend's feed or something. You know how to do that. Share to friends feed. Okay.
Copy link probably.
Can copy link? Can you copy with it? It copied on my page.
Let's see.
Let me see. I probably got to go in and it's gonna say, okay, she shared my video, but it's on 18. Okay, now how I get back to? We're doing some weird stuff here. Oh wow, it's everywhere. It's all kind of posts. Keeping the community informed. Everybody keeping the community informed. Oh my God. And I see keeping the community informed. What that say? Let's talk it to the mic.
Say Flint per follower. Someone jumped off the roof at the Hurley Hospital. Wow.
It's all over Facebook. That's all I keep. That's another post. And that's somebody else.
Wow, what's going on?
Facebook.
I'm seeing all these things post about someone jumped off the parking deck at Hurley Hospital.
Man, prayers for our city. Sometimes you just don't. And May is crazy because people are probably want. You know what? Welcome everybody. We're just gonna go ahead and get started because I think it's a perfect time to have this show. Right now, let me just go ahead and can't seem to share it here. Did anybody? I can't get it on my page. Does anybody know how to what I'm talking about? Where it says share, like, mm, like see, like, act like you on your page and you share it and it say feed and go down to friends timeline.
You made that look so simple.
Okay, now go to the share. Go back up.
Oh no,
That's 810 page. Go back to the where it was at.
That's mine.
Yep. Okay, then hit share.
Share.
And then click on, yep, and then friends timeline, and then type in my name. So you learned something today. This is a learning, this is an experience over here at A10 News Media Group with the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan.
Better believe it.
Uh-oh. Mickey, you got that mic plugged up today?
You better believe it.
It ain't coming up. WYNTI. Yeah, I'm in jail. Okay, so I'm not in jail for real, like they trying to put a sister. I'm in Facebook sharing jail. I didn't even know it was such a thing. There's some weird stuff going on here, so I never knew. It's Facebook sharing jail. But listen, it's 10 after 6. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give y'all a good story today. Shut up, Niecy. I'm getting to the topics. I was trying to share. Share the post while you on here talking mess. Oh, that's my cousin. What's up, Niecy? I love you, boo. So listen, thank you for tuning in, everybody. And I have my ghost, my my guest with me today. My first sponsor for my show. Shouts out to Sheriff Chris Swanson and the Genesee County Sheriff Department. I have Shanta Smith, CEO. You gotta make sure you're talking to the mic. Can y'all hear him? Give me some likes. Make sure y'all can hear him real good. CEO of Unleashed. And Unleashed is located in the Genesee Valley Mall in the Burlington Coat Factory, well, the old Burlington Coat Factory wing. Yes, ma'am. Right across from Bath and Body Works. It's probably like the only wing that's really functioning. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't knocking you. That's knocking them all, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to make it wherever you go. And I just want to say thank you for everything. Like, you've been really good. Really good to A10, and we appreciate you. Like I said, it was when me and Adrian, I want to talk proper. When Adrian and I did the live, and we said, hey, we're going to the Glorilla concert. Who wants to dress us? You know, nobody's seen the vision. And let's back up, because 12 hours before, what did I post? When I make it big, I want to be dressed in Unleashed. Never knew what was coming. And you was like, boom, I got you. You so. You jumped on it.
Yeah, it's easy to be a blessing to good people. I'll just say that. Like, you want to be a blessing.
Yes.
So,
and I
made it very easy.
So appreciate you. And plus you're from the fight aside, you know, the Imperial Imps. I mean, baby. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Imps get a pass. So do the Emeralds, you know. So we like brothers and sisters in here. So it's like it's a family thing. It's a family thing. And not only that, they said they can't hear you, so you gotta talk, you gotta put like Charlemagne the God and stuff.
I can't use my sexy voice. Come on.
That's crazy, because why everybody get these mics and they want to be somebody? When Swanson was here, he said that he wanted to be Keith Sweat and do the Sweat Hotel. We looked at him like, what?
Barry White.
You want to be Barry White? Well, you're going to have to talk into the mic so they can hear you. Don't sound like Eric Mays. Make sure you sound like Barry White. So listen, it's so much going on in our city, and people are probably wondering, like, look, I got all my Unleashed wear, Unleashed. And every time you see me with a hat on, if it's not my doggy mom hat, it's going to be Unleashed. I'm telling you, I promise you. So I know you guys are like, why did she have him on for the May Mental Health Awareness week or program? Tell them a little bit about yourself and tell them how you got started. Tell them why or what mental health means to you. Break it down for them. Unleashed.
Well, as a African American man growing up in, just Flint and in poverty, went through a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse and things of that nature growing up. And I originally went to school. I'm skipping past a whole bunch of stuff. I originally went to school for audio and video production, and didn't do so well in school because I went down to Central Michigan and tried to take Flint with me, and that just didn't work. But when I decided to get my life back together, I was taking a sociology class. And in that class, they was talking about the issues that culturally we face in our communities and stuff like that.
Right.
And it was like they didn't know why things were happening and why like African American males were responding to mental health this way, or like y'all don't know. Y'all don't know why we struggle. Y'all don't know why people commit crimes and stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
oh my God, this is going to be an easy class. And but I developed a passion for sociology and social work
Mhm.
from that sociology class, and that launched me into social work. So I got my bachelor's degree in social work.
Okay.
But the mental health side of it, I actually experienced mental health myself.
Mhm.
I grew up with stuttering issues, blinking issues.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I used to
Know
have
that. I
stuttering
never
issues.
knew that.
My mother beat it out of me. She said, "You gonna stop blinking today." I wouldn't promote that to
But
as a
when you
method.
say that, let's put a pin in that right there because we are black.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do, I talked to you last week, the week before that, and I said, I want to do some research about this. I wanted to learn more about the topic today. And I think this is like the perfect day right now to talk about mental health, especially with the introduction that we had of the things that's going on in the city right now, this very
Yep.
second. Prayers out to the family of the deceased. But
Yeah.
I was watching Taraji P. Henson. They did a special on her. It's probably BT or TV1, one of those networks, and she has um, a program that deals with mental health, especially among women. And when you said, it's a lot of statistics and stuff that they gave, but also you said your mother beat it out of you,
Mhm.
and you said it as a joke.
Mhm.
But she said, and you know it to be true because growing up black, our culture put it in our minds that we don't go and seek help because I made notes. Our family said Jesus is your doctor.
Mm.
If you remember, oh
Yes.
Jesus, let Jesus
Yes.
take care of it. All you gotta do is
Yes.
pray, go get some oil and put on the baby.
Yes.
You can't I'm not saying you can't pray. I'm not saying that Jesus can't heal you because
Mhm.
along with that, but he also created doctors,
He did.
okay, to help you.
Yes, and that's what you're talking about is actually like internal barriers.
Mhm.
A lot of times you hear individuals talk about the disparities, the barriers that we as African Americans face, but a lot of those barriers that we face are really internal barriers that
Right.
our lack of knowledge and education
Mhm.
and socialization of us growing up kind of cause those barriers. So
Right.
how do we break those stigmas? Religion, can be a barrier for mental health,
Mhm.
but those are internal barriers. We have external barriers like socioeconomic issues. That we know
Absolutely.
financial
I mean,
situations.
everything that I want to talk about today is what you're touching on right now.
No, well, let me slow down.
No, but serious, like we following the right path. So you, like I said, you see the vision. I said you see it. We connect. We
Yes,
vibe.
ma'am.
And the program when I was watching it, it dealt a lot with women. And in today's society, it seems like America is trying to emasculate the black man.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Um,
Feminizing too.
okay, if we want it, you know what? I will say that because I don't know the whole story, but I remember seeing a live that Arthur Woodson had shared from it was some preacher. His child attended early childhood up at homes right here in the city. Now, I love is love. I love you regardless of whatever you choose to be at the age of 18.
Mm.
But I don't understand why this and the father didn't understand why he was dropping his son off at school and the teacher was having him the father didn't understand why he was dropping his son off at school and the teacher was having him put on a dress. And the little boy was confused and he said, son, what are you? He said, I'm a boy, daddy. He said, that's right, son. You're a man. Yeah, daddy, I am. He said, well, well, what that teacher made you put on, you go to Arthur Whitson's page, scroll down, you guys will see it. He said, well, what that teacher wanted you to do? She wanted me to put on that dress for playtime. That's not how you play. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? If you were you are a father.
Yeah, I'm a father, and I struggle, with my children having issues with their identity. This COVID kind of outbreak kind of caused a lot of mental health strain on a lot of people, especially our babies. And my children struggle with that. And I try to be as understanding and careful as I can when I'm trying to educate them on, what society is doing, and what we are exposing ourselves to and how they impact us.
Absolutely.
So I look at it like this: like, if you like chocolate chip cookies, then you like chocolate chip cookies.
Absolutely.
But are you a chocolate chip cookie? No, you're not a chocolate chip cookie.
Right.
If I'm a man and I like men, then I like men. Don't mean that I'm a female. So that's how you know that it's something going on upstairs.
Right.
That's causing you to think that you're something that you clearly not.
Absolutely.
But that's my take on it. I just kind of approach it, educate, and allow them to make the choice that they're going to make, because they have to live with that. I just have to make sure that I do my job in, educating you the correct way.
Absolutely. And like I said, once you reach that age of 18, whatever you do, whatever you go out, whatever you choose to be, that's you. Whatever your mind tells you, I'm gonna love you regardless because you mine. I have friends that are in the LGBTQ community. I don't care. I don't put that title on them. I love them. They're adults.
Yeah.
Let them, let them be. But like you said, they're breaking up the Black family. It used to be a time where we watched Archie Bunker and George Jefferson. Hell, I remember Ted Bundy, and some of the things that they said on TV. But now, if they were to play those same shows, we can throw in Sanford and Son with that. We might can throw in a Good Time. Some of the episodes with that, they couldn't. Because today's society would say that's too harsh what they're saying. But when my children, probably about 6 years ago, when they were little, and they were watching a cartoon, I forgot the name of it, and it had a little Black boy in there by the name of Clyde. And Clyde had two daddies. And so he said, Dad, I'm going to the store with my dads. And so I looked like, oh, I'm not ready for these conversations yet with my babies. And I said, do y'all know why Clyde got two daddies? He said, yes, his daddy gay. I said, well, do y'all know what gay? I'm talking about my baby in the 5th grade now. So she had to be in the 3rd. That means her sister was in the 5th. I said, so do you understand what that is? Yeah. And when a man is with a man, and when a woman is with a woman. So they have, it's like they are trying to say, this is, go this way, go this way, go this way, go this way. If you go that way, that's fine. But let that baby choose. Don't push it on them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I totally agree. They actually pushing it on us like ridiculous. You can't watch a television show without it actually being forced down your throat. Even on the Disney channels and things of that nature. Like, I'm totally afraid of our generation that's coming up, up under us, because they're exposed and being forced to be exposed to so much stuff. So when they're growing up and their mind is developing and they're not old enough to really make sense of it, they don't have no idea of what they want to be. They touching this, they touching that, they tasting this. I like this, I like that.
Right.
They don't know, because everything is just being pushed at them, and it's making it very, very difficult. So I expect to see a lot more mental health issues coming from our children, because of the way our society is right now.
Right. And like you said, COVID did not help us. And I joke and I laugh about it, but I experienced a tragedy that was gut wrenching in my life And it happened right in the middle of COVID. It got so bad that I'm on all these medications. I can't sleep. I gotta take a pill to sleep. I gotta take a pill to get up. I gotta take a pill to keep functioning. They just that's the answer here. Take this pill. Take this pill. Take this pill.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I it was just probably a few weeks ago that I'm like, this is not me. It doesn't matter if I'm the only one in the room or I'm in the room with 10,000 people. Wyntis Hall still thinks that she's the finest one in there.
Right.
But I was going through this where I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to be here on earth. I was spending time at the cemetery. That's not me. And so I'm like, this is something wrong. I had to come off that medication immediately. So I'm saying sometimes Jesus is your doctor because the doctors,
absolutely.
they want to stay in business too.
Absolutely.
So I mean, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think there are situations where medication is appropriate, but I think again, like we got to look at our system. Our system creates poverty. Our system creates dependency. So, in order for them to keep the money flowing and keep people, attached to the system, we got to have people on drugs. We got to have people that need medication. So we create, all of these issues, and we force it. Medications. Most of individuals that struggle from substance abuse, a lot of them have developed their addiction because of their doctors prescribing them or over prescribing them, prescription medication, and they don't have the wherewithal to kind of fight for themselves, or kind of have those conversations with their doctors like, hey, that's not good. I had a situation like that with myself, where the doctor, I got cluster migraines, and where it gets so bad where my sight kind of starts to go out. But I was prescribed some medication and it was working, and my doctor sent me to a neurologist for a follow-up. And the neurologist didn't even look me in my face. He was just looking at his pad and asking me a couple of questions. I'm like, oh yeah, they working, man. I'm doing great. Everything is fine. He's like, well, I'm gonna up the milligrams up by 200 milligrams. And I said, hold on, bro. Did you hear what I just said?
Right, I'm doing fine.
I said, I'm doing fine. The meds are working. Yeah, I hear you, but I still want to up the milligram. I had to put my hand on his pad, like, I'm sorry, but you're not
Look
you're
at
not
me.
you're not
Right.
really paying you're not paying no attention to what I'm saying. I'm straight. I don't need you to up anything. So I took accountability and not just allow them to prescribe me anything, but that's what they're there to do, is to to push them medications on you.
Right.
And you can, like, I have PTSD. I have a few diagnoses. I even had a suicide attempt myself. But I have been able to manage, and maintain my social anxiety and everything without, medication. And I'm not saying that's what everybody should do, but I'm just saying you can do it,
Right.
through prayer and through medication, and really self awareness is the biggest thing. Is when you understand how you work and how you think, then you can manage it. But if you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to think, and your thinking is all over the place, then you're gonna struggle.
Right, because you're thinking that the doctor's right. My doctor is not going to do me wrong. This is what I need. The doctor told me to take this. I'm going to take it. I'm doing as I'm told. Uh, no, you shouldn't stop this medication. No, we're going to keep you on it for 6 more months. And I'm like, each month it's like I feel like I'm arguing. My mom is like, I'm trying to talk to you, but it seems like you're not there, and I'm pushing everybody away, and I'm still sitting there in that cemetery, or sitting at home in that bed looking at things on the dresser, and it's like, this not me. And then you go to the doctor and they say, okay, well, you know what? We yank it the blanket right out from under you. Not only if it's mental medicine, I've seen people with pain medicine. And guess what they do? They force them out into the streets and they look for drugs themselves.
Yeah. I look at it as dumping. Like they dump them. They dump a lot of individuals who really need time.
Yeah.
Like treatment and changing your mental health and your way of thinking takes time. And they don't allow enough time. Our doctors, our hospitals aren't designed, to for the appropriate amount of time that it takes to assist and really truly change, people's behaviors and their thinking.
Right.
So they dump them. They dump them into rehabs. They dump them everywhere.
Right.
You know.
And then they take you off of something. Then they put you on something that's the same thing but the different name, saying that this is supposed to help you. And then you get attached to that.
Yep.
And if they're doing this to society, and it's not just African American that's being affected by the drugs and the mental health. It's all races.
Yeah.
But I think we see it more in that poor community.
Oh yeah. Communities that socioeconomically deprived. You definitely, like, if you look at the numbers, the African American and Indian,
Mhm.
Since COVID, our rates of suicidal rates are higher than any other race. Death by suicide, sorry, are higher in our culture. Drug addiction has really rose in our culture more than any other culture out there.
See, and that's so sad. Like you said, suicide, that was one of our topics. They were talking about women. We talk about emasculating the man in the family. 84.4% of women are breadwinners now in the African American family. So we are missing that structure. We don't have that big mama, big daddy structure anymore because big mama is now granny and granny's still trying to pop it in the club. Okay. We ain't seen mama in a couple of days because she done got flued out for the weekend. Yeah. Granny's still going to the club. So it's a child that's being left and raised by the streets. But not only being raised by the streets, they're being raised by this right here.
Yeah.
Social media.
Man, if I could tell you the situation I had with my daughter trying to take her phone the other day.
No, if I could tell you the
I was about to go to
situation.
jail.
Yeah.
I mean, she was clutching her pearls like
They
I don't care
they
what you do.
listen. How old is she, first of all?
She 15.
Okay, well mine's 13, and I'm like, give me that phone. She bucked up at me.
She ran around the table. I said, I ain't even want
No. Mine bucked up. I took my earrings off. Cause I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna take this to the streets today.
Man.
Over a phone? What's so important in this cell phone that's got these children's minds just zapped?
Because that's where they're obtaining their identity and they're maintaining their identity. That's where they get their love and their affection, their acceptance. It's now through social media and stuff like that. So it's really like taking away their lifeline.
Right. Because that's all they have. They think that's all they have.
Yes.
But it was a lady that I'm having a time adjusting to my daughter starting high school. And this lady I used to work with, Pat, Patricia Williams. Hey, Pat, if you're watching. She told me a long time ago, pay attention to your children. Make time for your children. If they want to talk, listen. Because one day, you're going to wish that you had. And that's always stuck with me. And I question myself, like, I know I'm listening to her. I know I tell her what to do. But I need to listen more to her. And I'm trying to work on, they don't understand all the pressures that mama's going through over here. And so I'm still trying to be a parent with all of these pressures on my back. It seems like society does this to us on purpose to keep us down.
Man, like, if we had enough time, there's so many variables that's being created strategically, to keep us down, to keep us at bay, to keep us in the med lines, to keep us in the welfare lines, to keep male and female separated. You said 80% of the women are.
Yep, it was over 80%.
Are the breadwinners. Now, mentally, that goes against everything culturally that, not just African American men, but every man that came up in America thinks. If you go all the way back to what's that the war in was it the Vietnam War. So all of the men went to war where the women stayed home
Right.
and they worked, right? So when the men came back home, who was working, who was the breadwinner,
Right.
and who was staying at home, and how did that impact their mental
Right.
health?
Right.
You
Right.
see?
Yeah, because you
So
got
it's
a
kind of
lot
like,
of men messed up that came back from war.
yes, because it's like the roles have reversed, and
Yes.
everything that they thought they were or who they,
It's gone. Uh-huh.
it's gone. And if you take it to the Willie Lynch, that's always been the plan and the method is,
Marsha, you said Willie Lynch. Marsha just typed in Jim Crow.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
Jim Crow, Willie Lynch, but that has, if you read the Willie Lynch letter, you understand that that was the plan, and they said that that would last for over 300 years. Where they separated us, they pinned us against each other. You take a look at our women nowadays; it's all about independence and getting the bag, and I don't need
Hmm.
a male, or I
Right.
don't need you.
Hmm.
What does that do psychologically to us African American men?
Hmm.
And if you don't have the wherewithal or the skill set to actually communicate and get things on a good path, then your only other option is to do what?
Say it.
Domestic violence.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why you see the rise in domestic violence and
Yeah.
things of that nature.
I
But
feel
it's
sorry for being in the medical field for a long time.
mhm,
You see a lot of things. Living in Flint for my whole life, you hear a lot of things. You see things as
mhm,
well. And during COVID, it had to be bad for them to send out buses filled with food just so the little kids could eat because there's no food at home.
mhm.
But you still see mama and daddy rolling that blunt though. Or mama and her boyfriend. But you can't feed the babies. I got issues with the way things are. And this is real.
Yeah,
This is what is going on in our society, and people don't want to talk about these real issues.
because we've been taught to look like the man. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught, to look like the man versus becoming the man.
Right.
So I would rather put a whole bunch of money on Facebook and walk around with some new shoes,
Hmm.
but I'm about to walk to mama house and go to bed and see if my girl can stay the night.
Well,
So
see,
we spend our
just like you put a pin in that.
yeah.
You see now on Facebook, and if this is your thing, if this is what you like to do, by all means, do you. You see them with Rolls Royces, helicopters, parachuting out, going to the prom, red carpet coming down the driveway, balloon arches. I'm talking about people like me and you,
I know.
okay? And then you see a multi-millionaire, Kevin Hart, whose daughter went to the prom. Guess what?
His car.
No, no,
No.
his car, her car, standing there in the backyard with her arm around her mama. Got a picture with her daddy standing there. No balloon arch. And he could probably afford the whole damn balloon company. No red carpet. None of that.
Because when you actually have wealth, then you don't have to prove. Like, that's where Unleashed actually comes from. Is
I was next question. Tell us about Unleashed.
I
But yeah, go
you
into
know,
that.
I believe everything is focused around our identity, all the issues that we
Hmm.
have, mental health issues, everything. Who do we think we are, or who do we come to believe that we are, or who do we believe that we're not?
Right.
And we have been against, raised to think that we less than, raised to think that something is wrong with us.
Hmm.
Um, it's so many different issues that we face as African American men and women,
Right.
that not just us, because right now it's not about
Yeah, Marsha.
race.
Marsha said, "N.I. rich." That's how we think. Rich. You know
Yeah,
how.
and if you look at the messages, I'm not going to even do that. I was going to say, look at the messages that we promote. We walk in billboards. I always say we walk in billboards, and we're always promoting and always selling
This is
something.
not your show, Mickey.
I didn't say nothing. I
If,
just said,
if
I'm just messing with
just
you, Mickey.
just spend a few minutes and scroll through your friends or brands or whatever, and look at the message, and it'll show you exactly
What they thinking.
what they're thinking and where we actually at as it pertains to understanding wealth, understanding who we are, and things of that nature. So the Unleashed brand was about tapping into the gifts and talents and skills that God has given you, not looking outwardly, not looking to anybody to meet your needs, but understanding that everything that you have on the inside, everything that you need is already on the inside. You just need to tap into it and understand who you are. When you don't know who you are, then you'll walk around um, acting like a peasant. You know what I'm saying? Living like a peasant. You know what I'm saying? But when you understand that you're a king, when you understand that you're a queen, then your standards all of a sudden shift. You adjust things. There's certain things that I'm not about to do. There's certain things that I'm not going to allow you to do to me because I know who I am. I know my worth. I know I get it.
Right.
And I wasn't always there. I struggled. I was one of them cats smoking weed and struggling and selling dope, and I've been there. So I don't knock individuals who haven't matured to that level yet, but understand that, bro, sis, you tripping. You not the man. You so far from the man. It's crazy.
Keep it
I'm,
real.
I'm
We keep it real right here at this table.
man. I have somebody. I'll just say somebody. I ain't gonna
Right.
say
Right.
Yeah, we don't do no snitching.
who put photos up with big money. I'm talking big money. I'm talking about stacks, racks. 2 days later, you call me and send you $20.
Huh?
I said, man, if you ever put some money up on Facebook like that again, we don't do that. That let me know that you ain't got no money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People who have to prove that they the man or prove that they got
Right.
money or prove that,
Mhm.
then you really not it because the lion, he's the
Mhm.
king of the jungle because
That's the lion down
yeah, that's
here
the lion. The
on
lion
the
is the
leash.
king of the jungle, not because he's the fastest, not because he's the smartest, not because he's the strongest. It's a lot of individuals who struggle in that area where they think they have to be smart like him or have his abilities. The lion is the king of the jungle, not because of his skill sets, not because he's the biggest, not because he's the baddest, not because he's the strongest, but because of his attitude.
Mhm.
He understands who he is. So I'm not about to go out and roar at you and try to convince you that I'm a lion. I'm just gonna walk in the room,
And you know I'm a
and, and,
lion.
and I ain't gotta tell you.
Right. You see me.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So understanding that you're a lion, that you're a king, that you're a queen, that you have the skill sets. You don't have to have everything that somebody else have. You just have to walk into your purpose, with the gifts that God has given you,
Right.
and they will make room for you.
Right.
Um,
I listen to it's a lady, I call her Cookie.
Mhm.
Cookie that does hair. Shouts out to Cookie. I can't think of Cookie's name. Ida Jones.
Mhm.
Blonde hair like me. That's
Mhm.
She did a series of lives this past spring on walking into your purpose.
Mhm.
And it was like, walking into your purpose. I remember Pastor Jannar Lakes, he does a podcast here on
That's
810.
my guy.
And he also did, what is your purpose?
Mm.
Pastor Hill, he preached about purpose. So a lot of people talk about finding your purpose.
Mhm.
You just gotta know when, you know, when it hits.
Right.
So when you got these wings on here, that means you
Mhm.
free.
That means you free.
You done found your purpose. You done walked into your now walking doesn't necessarily mean in a physical being of walking.
Mm-hmm.
Walking is also mentally
Understanding.
walking, right, understanding my purpose, what I'm
Mhm.
doing here, why I am here, what
Mhm.
I need to do to fulfill my purpose. Me,
Mhm.
and I go through with my family, my friends, people who love me, especially my mother and my father. Why are you doing this? Why are you into politics? You stay in Grand Blanc. We did this because we wanted better for you. I understand, but you know what? You raised a strong black woman who I understand, but I want better for all my people now, mama.
Mhm.
You know.
So let me ask you a question.
hmm
Do you hate inequality?
Yes.
Um, is it safe to say that when you're dealing with systems and politics that people experience a lot of inequality, and that could cause problems and issues for generations to come.
Mm-hmm.
So you love what you're doing.
I love what I'm doing.
So you're probably gonna be rich. Here's why. Most rich people or people that are successful, they're rich because they're not complaining, they're not talking about problems, they are solving problems. Every rich person that you know found a problem and came up with a solution.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to purpose, you identify your purpose by understanding pretty much what you hate the most, like what problem that just gets under your skin. When you think about it, it bothers you. As a young black man growing up, here, with my parents struggling with addiction and being in foster homes and things of that nature,
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand addiction. So hence, I'm a counselor. I'm a substance abuse counselor. I fight addiction every day with every breath I got, and you ain't got to pay me a dime. But I hate to see young black men suffer, young black women suffer, young black fathers suffer, young black mothers suffer from addiction. I can't stand it, so I fight it. Even though there was a point in my life where I was a part of the problem
Mm-hmm.
because of my lack of education and my
Right.
lack of understanding,
Right.
and because I didn't know who I was.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee you, if you just spend a couple of days identifying something, the thing that you can't stand the most, inequality, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you come up with a solution, you're gonna be rich.
I'm gonna be rich, mama.
You're gonna be rich. Solve some problems. I guarantee you.
My good friend, the little girl my mama used to babysit, but a very good friend, close friend of the family, Marsha Williams, said that she needs to meet with the unleashed man. The unleashed man name is Shanta Smith. Going out to the valley. Check him out. I put up some nice clothing from Unleashed, located in the Burlington wing of the Genesee Valley Mall. You will not find him at any pop-ups. He doesn't do pops up. The baby done made it now. He done made it. He's going from pop-ups, but he came a long way. And so he's out there. He got everything. You can pop up in his store and buy some stuff. Okay. And this was the outfit I walked around with 8 hours. I walked around trying to give Glorilla this outfit for 8.5 hours, baby. Wow. It was like, you can get back there close to her. Can you take this back? I got to get this Unleashed outfit to her. I couldn't find that little girl. That little girl just came out the ceiling. She did the little free song and blessed, and I got to dance, and she just left.
She came out the ceiling?
I don't know where she came from because I didn't see her when she came in. I'm just saying. No, she didn't come out the ceiling I made. That was just rain. But she was in silver. I mean, it looked like she came out the ceiling. Right, but they had all the vendors there, and I was so proud. I had my Unleashed hat on, and I was doing outfit changes. I had my Unleashed shirt. I'm telling you, then 810, we was doing everything. Then, but you gave us the gear, so I'll be on here. My special episodes. You see me with my stuff on because I too feel like I've been unleashed. Yeah, and it feels good to be free.
It does.
And when you get that, when you find your purpose, when you find where you're supposed to be, when you find this is what you're supposed to do is fight. It feel good. I don't care what you say no more. 3-4 months ago, I care. You probably would see me all day and all night on here. I'm not this. That's not me. You wrong. You lying. I didn't say that. You know what? Talk. Make me famous like Eric Mays. Shouts out to my haters for tuning in tonight.
Again, that goes to understanding who you are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you understand who you are, then you don't take offense to what people say a lot. I don't live for other people and what people think about me. I used to.
Right.
But if a white dude came in here right now and called me a hunky, we'd probably laugh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we know we're not that. But if he came in here and said,
yeah, then we want to nut till we buck. Right.
We might cringe. We might try to holler at him because we still have issues with that, to where we still struggling with
some of that stuff pisses me off.
Knowing who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really
some stuff still get under your skin now.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying I'm that unleashed. Try Jesus. Don't try me. I ain't there
Right.
yet. I'm off the medication. I told y'all that at the beginning
yeah,
of the show.
yeah, I'm saved. I'm saved, not soft.
I know, I like that, but you got to put that on
Yeah,
a shirt.
I'm
Save,
not
not soft. I like that. Wyntis, giving my number, please. I sure will, Marsha. I promise you, I will. Okay.
Yeah.
And so where did you start off at with Unleashed? Like, what made Shanta wake up one day and say, I want everyone to feel unleashed?
Well, when I got myself together,
Right.
Once I started to understand who I was, I spent some time in spirituality, going to church, praying, and not just listening to, the pastor or who's ever teaching, but actually going in and studying and understanding that there's keys in here.
Mhm.
When you look at mental health, and
What church you go to?
I go to Embassy Covenant right now, but I used to go to Bountiful Love on Pasadena.
Right.
But once you start tapping in and you start to understand the keys that's in here, and you start looking at what we teach, when it comes to substance abuse, psychology, and all of these things that people go to school and spend $1,000 of, to figure out, it's right there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But once I started to really unlock, it's a saying, who is this? Not Juanita Bynum's, but Anisha Freeman. She has a class called The Lies That Bind.
Mhm.
And what it talks about, if, her saying is, if the devil is a lie, I mean, if a lie that keeps you bound, then it's the truth that sets you free. So once I started being able to accept the truth
Right.
about who I am in
Mhm.
every role that I play,
Mhm.
as a father, as a son, as a man, once you start to accept where you at, I am not the man.
Right.
I want to be the man.
Right.
I am not the best father that I could be. I need to actually spend a little bit more time.
Right.
When you're able to accept a lot of things that's going on, then you find freedom. And it's so much stress is relieved. And when you understand that you can't control everybody, I can't control what nobody in here do.
Right.
I can't control what you do.
Mhm.
I can only control how I respond to what you do.
Mhm.
And I choose not to give people power or authority over my
Right.
But once I found freedom in my mind, I'm like, oh my God.
It felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody need to be free.
Yeah.
Everybody really need to be unleashed.
Mhm.
You have a lot of people saying that they're woke, but they're sleepwalking.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Ah, boy, you can be a preacher. I like that. Where my Baptist preachers at? Woke but sleepwalking.
But sleepwalking. You got a little piece of information and you done ran with it. But
Yeah.
But I want everybody to understand who they are so
Mhm.
they can walk in their purpose.
Right.
And I think we all have the ability to do that.
Mhm.
So, one of the reasons why I created that out there at the mall was because I know that there's people out there with vision. Like, what's the young lady name?
Marsha.
Marsha. Like, Marsha has a vision. God gave her a vision, right?
Marsha vision gone.
It's never too
But
late.
you know what, Marsha showed me a long time ago when I was growing up. Marsha has been a business owner. She does nails.
Mhm.
More than a nail tech. That was just her side hustle. Trust me.
Mhm.
She's been a business owner 3-4 times over.
Mhm.
And I wondered, like, how does she close, go away for 2-3 years,
Mhm.
buy another building,
Mhm.
open back up, and just pick up right where she left off?
Because she got passion for it.
She loved what she did.
She got
Yeah.
passion for it.
She loved what she does. Or she know the plug. Marsha, do you know the plug? Right. Well, you know what she said earlier when she said the sun set you free. SON. The sun set you free. Oh, Marsha, look, she want to see this. Marsha, you know where we at? We up here at the A10 News Media Studios. But yeah, or you could go visit him out there at Unleashed, located in the Genesee Valley Mall in the Burlington wing. Yes.
Right across from Bath and Body Works.
Oh, yeah. Now you know the candle sale, baby. Y'all
Right.
put them candles down and go over there and get your t-shirt.
Yeah, man. I
Get
was
your hat.
up in Bath and Body Works yesterday, spending my money up. I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be making money. I cannot be across from y'all.
But behind every successful man,
Mm.
there is a helpmate.
Mm.
Now, shouts out to your wife
Man,
because
big kudos.
she holds it down for you
Big kudos
at that store.
to my wife and my mother.
And yes, I was
Yeah.
looking at some pictures today
Yeah.
that you had took on Mother's Day with your mother.
Yeah, to my wife
Mhm.
and my mother. Like I put a post up that they literally nursed me back to life.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes people look at where you at currently,
Mhm.
and they have no idea, you know, what it took for you to get there.
Pastor Hill, Mount Pisgah Missionary Baptist Church, he said, "You see my glory,
Yeah.
but you don't know my story." Because
Mm,
it's a whole bunch of chapters.
mm,
Some I don't even want y'all to open.
mm,
Okay,
You see, keep that closed.
keep
Man.
that closed. I had to go. That was chapter 1. Okay,
Yeah.
but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of passion. You gotta love what you're doing. You gotta, and then like you said, you'll be successful at it. But you gotta walk into your purpose. You have to find your destiny. This
Mhm.
this won't be one of my most popular shows. You know why? Because I ain't talking about nobody.
Mm.
You know, I'm talking about trying to help somebody. No, they don't want to
Right.
hear that. Wait a minute. She talking about helping. That's not what we want to hear today. We want to hear about them fighting at the council meeting. We want to hear about no, because they too are struggling
Yeah.
with mental issues.
Yeah, you gotta be. Think about what you said happened today.
Yeah.
Like if you're not mentally all the way um, stable, then you're gonna have some crazy outbursts. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you off your rockers or nothing like that, but every last single one of us have some areas in our life and in our mind that we need to twist and tweak and adjust a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so everybody struggle, man.
Right.
The story that hurt people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hurt
they
people,
do.
hurt people.
Hurt people do hurt people because you know they don't want to. Nobody. When I used to go to Antioch, Pastor Randolph, may he rest in heaven, he used to say, "People, you can have a hoopty, and I can have a hoopty. Man, we rolling out together. We best friends. We going out every weekend. But you know what? You done saved your money. You get a Cadillac.
Mm.
Oh no.
Mm.
I don't like you no more.
Mm.
And then on the flip side, you too good for me now. But we was just rolling last week.
Mm.
And it's like that in our society. Like we spend too much time trying to please each other until we so broke trying to please other people. You know, we going out to the club spending we drenched in Christian Dior from head to toe, the socks, the shoes, everything, but ain't got $10 worth of food at home for them babies.
Man.
Well, he said he got what's got Mickey.
Oh man, you ain't even on the show, man. What's going on, man?
What's up, Mickey? Yes, sir.
You dressed in people clothes who don't even like you, but you got unleashed. Think about that. Christian Dior.
Yeah.
You'll never get to know them like you can see him.
Never. Christian
We don't
Dior
know
wasn't
them.
sitting in the
We
seat.
don't know
Nope.
what they're about.
Gucci.
Their money ain't helping us.
And it's what it's the house of Dior, ain't it?
But
The house of
that's what I'm
Dior.
saying, but you got unleashed. The brother, you can see him, you can touch him. He ain't above you, he ain't below you.
But we won't support him
Mm.
because we don't want him to make it.
Mm.
But he right here with us. We always scream Black Power. We
Black
together
wealth.
support Black businesses. Black is all we know. Be back. Be Black. Buy Black. Where the Black folks at out there in your store?
Well, I tell you, like I don't get really concerned because I understand the assignment.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
For real, I understand the assignment and I understand who we are, and I'm gonna be a part of that process of us actually doing that.
Right.
I get support. You know what I'm saying? People support people I don't know, white and black. You know, they are supporting, but you look at the time, you look at what people got going on. I don't know what somebody got going on in their life and why they ain't came to the store and purchased nothing
That's
yet.
true.
And a lot of times we quick to judge and we kind of jack it up because we unsure, we afraid that it's not gonna pop. So we'll be like, oh, y'all ain't gonna support me, and whoa. You don't know what I had going on, bro. I was gonna support you. So I don't
I
press
may have been
people.
waiting for that check to come in
Right,
next week
for
and come
real.
out and drop a rack
People
on,
be
you
like,
know.
man, I'm sorry you ain't been out. Man, that's all right, man. Take your time, you'll get here. I know you coming.
Mhm.
It's in God's hand. And I said God said I was gonna told me to open the store. So if it don't pop up, then it's on him. So
Right. You understood the assignment and you
so
completed what you
yeah.
had set forth to do.
Yeah, but we coming out of that. I've seen so many people actually come into the store that say they love to support Black people.
Mm.
You see a lot of it, but
And it's so beautiful
again,
in there. You gave us a beautiful, classy, marvelous store. It is so look when I talk about it feels wealthy in there. And then when you feel
touch it.
the clothing, the quality, when you know I'm nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy. I go back there, I peep around that curtain in the back room. These are hand stitched. Okay. This ain't nothing that they just ironed on. This ain't no iron on.
Now I do got iron ons.
I wasn't supposed to say that right now.
Hey,
But
we gotta
this
keep
not.
it real. We gotta keep it real.
But this not.
But that's not.
This is not. This is not. Now, yes, he do have some stuff that's iron on, but he takes time perfecting his craft.
Yes, ma'am.
And your clothing is beautiful. You have a new saying out. What was the purpose? The something, the something.
I'm saying
It
purpose.
was purpose. Yeah, that
Purpose,
was it.
passion, destiny is that's the unleashed saying.
Why
That's
I
the
didn't,
tagline. It's on your shirt.
my bad, y'all. Look. Purpose, passion, destiny. I This all I see is the lion and
The eagle and the
the
lion.
wings. Look, I can see that. Sorry, y'all. But I love it. But you do have shirts with just that on there, though. I
Yep,
seen
I
that
do.
out
Yep,
there.
yep, I do. Just that.
Listen, and you know what? We got the mothers. We got Father's Day coming up because the baby couldn't get here without a father. So I know some of y'all still with y'all baby daddies, or you may have little sons or little daughters. Guess what? He got children's clothing, little bitty children's jogging suits,
And I always
little
got some babies.
t-shirts.
So parents
Oh,
come in there and the kids want something. The parents be like, no, we're gonna have to come back. I said, absolutely not. Y'all taking that with you. Go and grab that for little man. Man, go and grab you what you want.
I see. You know what? And you don't miss it, do you?
Mm-mm.
Some
I love it.
Want people to come. That's my whole thing. Come to a brother, support a brother.
support him. Support him.
Yeah.
Like I said, he clothed y'all for the
He did.
for the summer jam.
He clothed me before the summer jam.
Mm-hmm.
When he did, he was on matter of fact, we were on Black Money Matters
Mm-hmm.
with Mayor Weaver and Jamaica Patrick. Please go
Yep.
back and check out that interview with him.
Yep.
They did it right out there in the store.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. It was beautiful setup. Mickey was out there, and then, like I couldn't stop running around the store looking at all the stuff. It was just so nice, every single thing. And Lord, when we came back after the support, you support somebody. He's not lying. He shows you the love. He said, "Come whenever you want to." This is before the concert, and pick out whatever you want. I was like, "I can get this and that." He was like, "Get whatever you want." Man, I felt like a kid in a candy store. We was happy too. We was happy, but unleashed. It's like, oh, you can wear this. Thank you for the shirt. I put it in the closet, but look, I got all my unleashed. But I'm telling you, you've been so supportive. Everybody cross paths for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I found you on Facebook. I like what I seen. I was like, oh my God, met you. I'm like, wait a minute, that says fire to side.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like, that's my bro. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it was like it's just full circle.
Yeah.
And we had you on every show. We gotta put you on AD show and talk about hip hop and get some more unleashed clothing.
Yeah, we got a free concert coming up June the 2nd.
What?
Yep.
No, I just said that. I didn't even know that. So you got a free concert where?
It's on Hill Road at Pastor Johnny Brown's church.
Johnny Brown's church on Hill Road. A free concert. Now who's gonna be there?
Oh man, we got the squad, the T-Bar squad. We got people coming from overseas. We got a couple people coming from up out of state.
Okay.
But every year we T-Bar we do a make some noise for God.
Make some noise for God. Okay. Okay.
No, just being a blessing, man. But it's gonna be one of the ones.
Tripping with Trey, Imp Show. Hey, Hey.
Oh yeah, that's DD. What up, yo?
Oh, that's awesome. Good stitching is hard to find these days. Absolutely, it is, Philip. Because I'm just gonna go ahead and just like leak it a little earlier because he's supposed to be sitting down with the other boss man across the room, and I think we may see a little Unleashed 810 collaboration. With, little couple hats that may say 810 on the side. And I'm just saying, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm trying to walk into my purpose with my 810 hat with Unleashed on the front.
Yes,
I know. Listen, we had talked about that. We threw that out there. So listen, I'm going, before I hand over the mic to you for last words, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It doesn't matter if it was one viewer or 1,000. All of you are important to me. I thank you all for tuning in every week after week after week. May is Mental Health Month. Check on somebody. Check on yourself. Nobody is going to take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. That's why this is my mid-season finale. Next week, you will see we're going to do a pre-recorded show with Gina Luster and Sister Audrey Muhammad. That will be showing for you next week. And then the following week, I will still be out on vacation. I will be doing a show with my friend Zachary King, The Hunt for Sasquatch. I'm going to the woods. I'm going to need me some Unleashed gear because I might have to shoot a lion.
Oh, well, not the lion.
There's lions in the woods.
Okay, you can shoot.
Not in those woods. I'm going to. I see a lion, child. I'm running. So listen, thank you for coming out. Man, please take us out of here tonight.
Hey, look, I would just say to y'all, man, given that it's Mental Health Month, you see I always stutter a little bit. You notice
that's that? Okay, but I wasn't gonna point it out.
But it's okay to struggle. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. It don't mean that you jacked up. It don't mean that you messed up. It's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to call somebody. Yeah. It's okay to cry if you're a man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
The quicker we accept the things that we experiencing, the quicker we can become who we are destined to be.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. And nothing else needs to be said after that. Shouts out again to 810 News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan. We out of here.